Right, so good morning at mabuhay sa ating mga kaguruan, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, buong Pilipinas at buong mundo na nakatutok sa ating Educational Technology Unit webinar. And kasama ko ngayon ang isa sa ating EdTech OER core leader, si Ma'am Joy Herbasio, na isa ring educator for more than 17 years. Good morning, Ma'am Joy.
Hello, sir. Good morning. And good morning sa lahat ng teachers out there. Very interesting na naman ang topic natin this morning. Kaya excited ako, sir.
Yes, Ma'am Joy. So, pasensya ka na. So, isang message ko lang kay Ma'am. Ma'am, pwede ka bang maging co-host ko today? So, talagang, ayan talaga ang mga educators natin. Laging handa, laging flexible, anytime on call. So, thank you, Ma'am Joy, for gracing this
Yes.
webinar.
Para sa
So,
bata,
I'm
para sa
very,
bayan.
yes. So, kamusta, Ma'am Joy? Nakapag-breakfast na po ba kayo?
Actually, hindi pa. Pero okay lang. Ready ako, sir. Para sa'yo. Para sa,
Yes.
para sa DepEd, EdTech Unit.
Yes, and para sa
Yeah,
ating mga educators, minamahal nating kaguruan, we hope na
of
kayo po ay
course.
nakapag-almusal na. And I know na-miss natin or na-miss nyo kami ang ating ETU. Marami tayong napopost na nababasang mga posts sa Facebook na talagang miss na miss nila yung parang naging routine nila na pagkagising ng umaga
Actually,
ay may EdTech webinar. So na-miss nila tayo ng Monday, Tuesday, and
yes, sir.
ito nga, yeah, so talagang excited tayo for today. So Ma'am
Literal
Joy,
talaga. Yes. Na
yes.
hinahanap-hanap nila to. So, let's start?
Yes, so we'll begin our day with a prayer, Ma'am Joy. Would you like to lead the prayer po?
Okay. So, let us pray. Lord God, we thank you for this beautiful morning. Um, Guide us, send us your Holy Spirit as we have our webinar this morning. May we learn something from this webinar that we can use as we go with our teaching profession. Guide our speakers, the moderators of this webinar, and we thank you for all your blessings. That's all. Glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen.
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 So amen.
Amen.
So God bless our educators, God bless ang ating bansa, ang lahat ng mga teachers all over the world. So we are tasked
Yes.
to be the host for today and we are required to speak in English, Miss Joy. Kasi international ang
Okay.
ating mga speakers for this today's webinar.
All
So we'll
right.
try na,
So,
may tissue ka ba dyan? You have tissue already?
actually, I'll ask my kids. Siguro.
All
Yes,
right.
we can do
So
this.
yes. So to give his welcoming remarks, we're honored that we have our Director for the ICTS, Director Abram YC Abanil. Good morning, sir.
Hello,
Yan.
good morning Mark.
SOP
Morning,
natin.
Direk.
Good morning.
Morning Joy. Welcome sa pag-host sa ating new talent. Good morning din
Ayan.
Yeah.
sa ating mga participants. Good morning sa mga ating mga school heads and teachers and mga parents and students who are joining us in this webinar. Maraming salamat sa pag-attend ninyo dito. We would also like to thank Sina Maylin from Felta for providing us the trainers for this particular training. No? So this training is on robotics. We'll be focusing on Lego for this particular training. And robotics is really one of the areas which is quite exciting technology-wise in terms of the future. We believe that a lot of work, a lot of jobs in the future will be very much affected by this emerging technology. No? It's actually been around for quite a while, but normally sa technology side, it takes around mga 10 years before it becomes embedded and into our daily lives, embedded into the work processes. No? So this is going to be a game changer along with other technologies like 3D printing, like mga drones. It's going to affect yung mga jobs natin in the future. So it's very important that we start teaching our students on how on this new technology that is upcoming. No? Medyo naiiwan na actually tayo sa Philippines. In other countries, robotics, in concepts in robotics are already introduced as early as the elementary grades. That's why we're fast tracking this. May mga ilang schools na tayo in the Philippines which are into robotics, and contrary to the perception of most people na private schools lang ang nagro-robotics. Actually, madaming public schools. If you look at the schools or the participants who are participating in robotics competitions, around half of those are actually coming from private schools, public schools, but they are primarily funded by the local government units. We would like to change that. No? We will be investing more in robotics dito sa Department of Education so that we can bring robotics into the regular classes para the DCP packages that you will be receiving in the near future will not just be on computers, on laptops and tablet PCs. It will also incorporate mga robotics packages. We were actually hoping to pilot this year. Unfortunately, naabutan tayo ng COVID and everything had to adjust to making sure that our learning continuity plan can be implemented. So we had to adjust all our finances, to focus all our finances on these activities. So I'm very happy that the EdTech unit is still able to arrange these webinars on robotics. I believe there are still software tools that are available that can already introduce our children to the concepts of robotics, help them in terms of teaching logic formulation and other mga concepts dito that will be needed when they move into the job sector. So again, good morning sa inyong lahat. We hope you enjoy this webinar, and please keep on looking on creative ways on how to teach our children the essential skills that they will be needing when they go into the job market, especially in this very difficult and trying times where there is a pandemic ongoing on. Again, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Good morning, Direk. Thank you so much for that very inspiring message. At talagang we accept the challenge. Itong na-mention nyo sir, na the DepEd already had this project nga ng robotics packages. Tama, Director, no? Kaso nga naabutan. So isa nga po dyan ng aming school, Direk, na hopefully sana ay maging center for excellence ng robotics. At however, dahil nga sa nangyaring pandemic ay medyo naudlot siya. But hopefully, sooner, or soon, sabi nga.
Sooner, but not later. Basta makabalik tayo face-to-face. Again,
so
sige, Mark, thank you. Welcome din, Joy, sa first hosting incident.
Thank you, Direk.
Thank you.
Thank you, Direk. Ingat po kayo. God bless.
Ingat po.
Right, so Ma'am Joy, so na-mention ng ating director, so it's very timely na ma-mention para sa inform ang lahat about why we're doing this robotics training, why is it essential for everyone, especially for our learners. So na-mention ni sir yung mga future jobs na we need to teach our kids, our learners, to be problem solvers. Na-mention niya rin yung logic formulation and something like that, na talagang we need to equip our learners with that skills.
Actually, sir, I've experienced teaching some students ng robotics kasi club moderator ako. Nakakatuwa kasi you just teach them the basics. Then after that, sila na talaga yung nag-explore. Magugulat talaga ako na, wow, alam nyo na yan, na as in gano'n. So, madaling matuto yung mga estudyante in terms of robotics. Kaya, sobrang interesting talaga ng topic natin ngayon, sir.
Yeah, so with that, so talagang syempre iba pa rin kung galing or manggagaling sa ating World Robot Olympiad Ambassador.
Alright.
She's recognized for her passion to give the children of the Philippines the best opportunities to excel with STEM education. So she is the president and CEO of Felta, which stands for First in Education Learning Trends Always since 1966. So let's have a virtual welcome, our clap, to Mylene Aviva to share with us about this exciting Lego Robotics webinar session today. So good morning, ma'am.
Yay!
Magandang umaga. Good morning to all. Thank you so much. I would like to thank the Department of Education, specifically the ICTS, Educational Technology Unit, for giving Felta the opportunity to share our wisdom, knowledge, and the free licenses on the Lego Education Digital Designer today. As Director Abraham has mentioned, ang robotics technology and artificial intelligence will be the future careers and track of the future after this COVID pandemic. And why Felta is conducting this live free webinars with the DepEd is that we would like to reduce the COVID diversity gap and make sure that our students, especially in the homeschool mode, is that they will have a reduction of insecurities, complexities, and isolation feeling by introducing robotics technology, and that they can hone their critical thinking skills kahit po nandun sila sa loob ng kanilang mga tahanan. So this morning, or this event, or this webinar that we're going to be hosting, is really to provide our students and educators and even parents an avenue, an opportunity for them to make learning at home or online or distance learning more enjoyable and more efficient for our learners. And this, I believe, is one of the goals of the Department of Education, to provide and bridge the gap between technology and physical learning. So again, Felta Multimedia is very honored to be a partner of the Department of Education and Lego Education in today's event or webinar. So everybody will enjoy. Please stay tuned, and also please join for tomorrow's virtual robotics training, which is going to be in connection with today's Lego Education Digital Design. So thank you very much. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Wow, thank you, Miss
Thank you so
Mylene.
much, ma'am.
So, Miss Mylene, so for the information lang ng ating mga webinar participants, so hindi pa nila naririnig yung mga naging achievements din ng ating Philippine delegates. Ano po ba yung mga recent na naging achievements ng ating
Yes.
delegates natin in terms of robotics?
Yes.
All right. Well, we have won just recently, a few months ago, the gold medal for elementary level in the World Robot Olympiad held in Hungary. So that's the most recent, yes. And then last year, in the 2019, we had a Grand Slam. So we also won a championship award for the first Lego League in Houston, Texas. We won a gold medal for at the first Lego League in Izmir, Turkey. And then we also won another silver medal in Sydney, Australia for the first Lego League. So what we're trying to do is to enhance the robotics technology through competitions, international competitions, or of course, national competitions. Now, this year, we're pleased to announce the 19th Philippine Robotics Olympiad will be virtually hosted.
Wow.
However, the winners will be invited for a awarding ceremony in the Felta Innovation Hub. So that will be the prize for everyone. Yes. So I believe that I guess we are really preparing our learners to be the future workforce. And I congratulate the Department of Education for helping us, specifically the Educational Technology Unit, for assisting us in paving the way for our learners and our educators and our parents as well.
Yes.
Yay.
Congratulations, Ms. Eileen. Thank you very much for that very informative talk, and talagang we're very proud sa mga naging product natin sa represent ang ating country sa international arena na robotics. Kaya pala ng Pinoy.
Yes.
Oo naman. Hindi tayo nagpapahuli dyan.
And we look forward to the robotics technology packages na medyo a bit delayed for the Department of Education. Yeah. One of them is your school, Sir Mark.
Yes.
Wow, Sir Mark, exciting.
Yeah. So we're in time, in God's time, we will.
Yes.
We will be able
God's time.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much, Ms. Mylene. So we hope na sa mga webinar participants natin, even our dear parents, ay nakita nila yung value ng ginagawa nating robotics training, Lego. It's not just for playing or just metal or binubuo or something like that, but ay marami pa lang pwedeng matutunan yung ating mga learners other than problem-solving skills, creativity, ay
Yes.
talagang ma-hone din yung kanilang logical thinking and yung passion
I-enhance
din nila na parang,
talaga.
yes, nakala mo naglalaro lang sila, but,
Actually,
you
oo.
know,
It's called
Tama.
hard
they're
fun.
thinking,
Actually,
yes,
so much, Miss Joy, it's called hard fun.
Yeah,
ah,
that's a term.
It's hard
I
fun.
agree with
Learning
that.
by making and hard fun. Learning by
Hard
making.
fun.
Yes, it's hard fun.
hard fun.
Yes,
Cute.
sir.
Right. So thank you, Miss Maylene. So
Thank you, Miss
we will see you
Eileen.
later po, and
See you
we'll have
later.
a short discussion during our question and answer. If yung ating mga participants po will have questions on how about robotics, how can they use it in their curriculum, or especially
Yes.
today, we also have participants from the private sector, private schools
Yes.
natin, educators.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Miss
Thank,
Maylene.
Thank
thank
you. See you
you.
later. See you
See
Yes,
you
later.
later.
ma'am.
All right, Miss Joy.
Okay.
So as mentioned earlier, we also have a speaker abroad, all the way from Denmark. So I'm not mistaken, the time there is around 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Three
So it's
o'clock in the morning.
so early. So we're very blessed and honored to have our speaker, another guest, all the way from Denmark. He's going. Yes, Sir Mark. Oh, yan.
Oh,
Pinutol na ni Sir Mark.
Hindi ako ang special guest, so I just need to talagang pumunta ko bigla, no? But, currently, we do have simultaneous training, so pagpasensya niyo na po kung kinakailangan kong biglang sumagot. I'm just very happy with what Miss Mylene have mentioned. So, ito po ay sa kadahilanang ang Educational Technology Unit being a new office in the department is actually handling this task, the emerging technologies. And
yes.
based on the past experiences, yes, the Philippines have already contributed a lot of winners, champions regarding robotics. However, it is my dream to set onto that stage that we have a public school entering that arena. And that
Yeah.
will happen. Sinisigurado ko po sa inyo yan. Dahil sa ating pagtutulungan, nakikita po natin na napakahusay at napakagaling ng ating mga mag-aaral. Ganon din ang kanilang mga guro. Kaya uumpisahan po natin yan. It's just baby steps. With my previous school, na saan po ako nagtuturo, talagang established na ang robotics. Nung pagpunta ko po ng DepEd, na-observe ko, ay, may ilang school meron. Yung iba wala. Siyempre, ayaw natin magkaroon ng separation na, di ba nga, sabi, digital gap. Eh, pati ba naman doon sa paksa ng robotics ay may
Robotics.
digital gap din. So, if we have DCP packages for the computer equipment, sabi ko talaga kay Director Abram that time, and even Yusek Alain, bakit wala tayong packages for the robotics? Maybe it's high time now for us to study it, align everything with the curriculum, and check kung paano siya i-inject sa tinatawag nating STEAM, Science and Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics. And with that, rest assured that since Educational Technology Unit is here, we will have that call to
Push.
empower our teachers, our learners in robotics. Kung tayo ay sumikat dahil sa ating ginagawang webinar session, makikita nyo po in the succeeding days how we are going to utilize robotics and align it with our manner of teaching. Kaya maraming salamat sa ating partners sa Felta dahil pinaunlakan niyo po kami na kami ay maturuan ng libre. Ayan, nabanggit na po ni Miss Mylene. Tuwang-tuwa talaga ako noon kasi I just figured it out sa sarili ko na it's never too late to learn. Kasi ako, akala ko lang pag sinabing Lego, ay blocks lang yan. Pero nung napatakbo ko with the sensor, talaga yung mata ko, ay kaya ko pala. So, syempre, it's really an added skill. If I can do it, all of us can do it. Kaya maraming salamat, Sir Maj, Ma'am Joy. So to our participants, good luck and enjoy your hands-on activity later on. Salamat.
Thank you, Sir
you,
Mark,
Sir
for that
Mark.
message of empowering our educators in the Philippines na talagang walang iwanan, walang may iwan in terms of education, lalo na sa robotics na kung before nga ay para lang to sa special na school, science school, but now lahat po ng department, lahat ng
Lahat.
school sa Department of
Lahat.
Education
I love
ay
it.
i-equip natin ng robotics technology. So we're very excited for that.
Yay!
Alright, so
Exciting.
excited na rin ang ating next na speaker to share about how to raise confidence of students in this post-COVID pandemic. So as mentioned earlier, all the way from Denmark, let's
Denmark.
all welcome from Lego Education, Mr. Brian Dam.
Brianda.
The 80s, a decade of innovation. One would forever change the face of learning. Lego Education. Created with one goal in mind, Lego Education set out to reimagine the way we learn. And for 40 years, that's exactly what we've done. In our earliest days, we pioneered the advancement of STEAM learning before it even had a name, helping lay the foundation for understanding complex concepts. We recognize the power in bringing a hands-on approach to education, ensuring that even the most intimidating STEAM subjects could be fun and accessible. And we saw that by building confidence in learning through exploration, collaboration, real-world application, inspiration, and innovation, we could ignite a lifelong.
Hi, Brian.
Hello.
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good.
Great.
Doing great.
Perfect. First of all, thank you very much to you, to the ICTS and the Educational Technology Unit for giving me the opportunity, or giving us the opportunity today. It's a pleasure. I would start already now by apologizing if my voice is slightly rusty. It is 3 o'clock in the morning here in Denmark. I think there should be coming a slideshow up.
So while Brian is preparing his slide, so how's your day yesterday, Brian? So how is it in Denmark there?
Denmark.
Denmark is starting to open up slightly again after COVID-19. So there's light at the end of the tunnel in Denmark. So that's
Yeah, great.
that's great news.
So we also hope that also here in the Philippines soon back to.
We hope for everybody to still be
Yes.
able to get back to the new normal. It's at least it's been tough. It's been tough for everybody and not fun at all, especially for students and learners these days in isolation. That's a challenge.
Yes, Brian. So everybody felt that. So I think the slides are ready. So you may take it away. Brian.
Perfect. Thank you.
Go, Sir Brian.
Perfect. So I would just start off by giving you a short introduction of myself. My name is Brian. So I am the regional manager of Southeast Asia in Lego Education. And today what I would like to share with you is a brief introduction of the Lego Group, and then a deep dive into the beliefs and the manifesto that the Lego Education solutions are built upon, and then going into confidence and how to make sure that we are building on confidence. So the Lego Group was established back in 1932 by Ole Kirk Christiansen. He is the older guy you see on the picture to the left. He was a carpenter, and the Lego Group was continued by his son, Godfred. Godfred was then the inventor of the Lego brick as we know it today. And below him sits his son, that is Kjell. Kjell is currently the family board director in the Lego Group. That means that it is still a family-owned company today. To the right-sided picture, you will see Kjell as he looks today, and with his son. And his son's name is Thomas, so he's the 4th generation. And what all of these family members have in common is that the company is based on these 6 core values that you see in the bottom of the screen: imagination, creativity, fun, learning, caring, and quality. And it's important to share for us that that these values, they are embedded in everything that we do. They are not just for show. So if we double click on quality, for example, we will have a manufacturing line that is extremely lean and creating products only of the highest quality. So when we're manufacturing approximately 1 million Lego bricks, only 6 bricks is going to scrap. I'm very sorry, but it's echoing very much. I'm not sure if somebody's muted. However, if we're then double clicking on the creativity side, if you have 6 bricks that looks like this, so we call this 2 by 4, I hope you can see it on the screen, then you will actually have 915 million different ways of putting it together. And that is creativity and imagination to us. So if you can just take it one slide back, sorry. Then if we're looking at the Lego Group, then it consists of 3 different entities. So, it's a little difficult to talk because I can hear myself all the time. Sorry. So if you're looking at the Lego Group as a company, it consists of 3 different entities. So we have Lego Retail, as you might know, conducting or creating the Ninjago, Star Wars, Lego City, and so on. Then we also have the Lego Foundation, which I will touch upon a little later, and then followed up by a deep dive of Lego education. So what they all have in common is that that it is the Lego Group's mission to inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. Just a few seconds. I just need to double check if something is wrong. Oh, maybe it's working now. Perfect. So inspiring and develop the builders of tomorrow. So if we're then double clicking shortly on the Lego Foundation, the Lego Foundation has mainly 2 different focus points. One of them is conducting CSR projects on a global scale, and the second one is researching in regards to early childhood development and the whole concept of learning through play. So to ensure that the research that they are conducting is not biased towards the Lego Group, we have teamed up with several very well recognized educational institutes across the world. And what you see here is just a small glimpse of it. They currently have, I believe it's 21 different partners currently, but amongst them we have MIT, we have Cambridge, we have Harvard, Tufts, and several others. Yes. So one of the things that they have created so far is a holistic approach to learning. And what you see in front of you is different learning areas that is key and critical for students to develop, to truly impact in their surroundings. All of these skills are naturally embedded in, for example, a math lesson or a science lesson, for that matter, but just have different focuses. So you will need to be able to to develop your emotional skills, your social skills, your cognitive skills, creative skills, and physical skills to truly succeed. So what we have done in LEGO Education then is based on the research conducted by the LEGO Foundation. We have then created a continuum of learnings that can actually take you from K1 to K12, focusing entirely on STEAM education. So that means that the focus is to offer a continuum of creative opportunities based, of course, out of the core curriculum. So that means that we are not trying to put things on top of an additional curriculum, but we are trying to be and integrate our solutions into the core curriculum. So this is how the current continuum looks like. All of the products are, as I mentioned before, STEAM oriented, where we are in the early learning focusing on initial steps into coding. That means basic sequential thinking, meaning there's action and reactions and so on. In the primary segment, what we are focusing on is truly to ignite the enthusiasm for effective lifelong learning. And that means that all subjects and all classes should be delivered in an engaging and an active way, so people truly understand or the students truly understand the value of the subject, but also so they can grow a natural interest in it. When we then go into secondary, we are focusing increasingly on robots, on coding, and the intentions is to grow creative problem-solving skills. When we then go on top of that into upper secondary or high school, we are trying to prepare and equip the students with career or college-ready skills. For that, I would like to show you a small video of how that could look like.
From the day we're born, our hands help us make sense. Hands are strong. Hands are tiny. We shake them. We raise them. The ingeniously simple tools of hands-on LEGO learning. From hand to heart to mind, LEGO learning engages the whole student to reward curiosity, spark creativity, build collaboration, and drive critical thinking. The confidence to try and fail. See the world with our eyes. We change it with our hand. Learning is for life.
I hope it was possible to hear the end of the video, but what was shared was that we see the world with our eyes, but we change it with our hands. Yeah. So I think we can all agree to that we live in an ever-changing world, and just by taking a short trip back memory lane, when 3G was introduced, it had a massive impact on our daily lives. Then came along 4G, and we are now expecting 5G to arrive anytime soon, meaning again, we will have whole new technology available, and this will for sure impact the world and everything around us. So the question is then, what is it that the students will need to face the future? And The World Economic Forum has already created some guidelines. They are, I think it's annually updating the list with what they believe to be the most essential skills for our students to acquire to be successful in the future. However, it still remains a question mark on how exactly do we ensure that these skills are actually developed in school and throughout their education. We believe in Lego education that constructionism plays a vital role in this. And what you see on this slide in the lower left corner is Seymour Papert, the founder or the creator of constructionism. He was a personal friend with Kjeld Kirk Christiansen from the Lego owner family, and together they created Lego Mindstorms. And he has a very interesting quote, which is very relevant, especially these days. Children learn best when they are actively engaged in constructing something that has a personal meaning to them, be it a poem, a robot, a sandcastle, or a computer program. And this has also been backed up by research that engaged and motivated students are learning the best. And that is the starting point of all the activities that we are creating and the solutions that we are bringing into the market. Yeah. Secondly, we are a strong believer on, and please hit it one more time, yes, that we need in school to ask the right questions. So 2 plus 2, that's a very easy question for most of us to answer. That equals 4. However, we believe that this is the right question to answer. What is 4 equal to? And why is this a much better question? First of all, it is an open-ended question. It allows students to think critically or to be creative. This is, of course, a very simple example, but it doesn't matter what level the student is in math, how well developed the mathematical skills are. They can still challenge themselves and they can challenge the teacher by doing this. And the reason why this is so important, that this should be the correct question to ask, is that once they go out in real life and start a job, usually they will be given a task that does not only come with one solution. It will have many, many options of solving and ways to solve the task. So preparing them by asking them open-ended questions. This is exactly referring to the top list of skills that I was sharing before about creativity, about complex problem solving. So how do we embed this in our teachings? Then I would like, and hopefully this will run okay, but another video of how active students doing open-ended learnings could look like in a classroom.
Are we excited?
Actually move. I try to make a plane.
I like build a big giant fun slide.
Oh, I had some out of tinfoil. It didn't work as I planned.
So I had to improvise using another piece. That helped me learn that you can use different stuff to make different things.
And then it turned out better.
They just all turn out really cool no matter what it is.
Try this smaller gear.
If you make a mistake, you learn from it, and then you can make it right.
Just try different design. Usually go through a lot of trial and error.
Keep give up.
Keep searching.
It's like the robot just not gonna be able to.
All of them need to just go straight and then come back.
It's cool that like everyone's different and how they have different abilities. If everyone's thinking the same way you are, you can't really come up with more ideas.
We were adding like parts that wasn't on the middle, and it actually worked out pretty well.
When something does what I wanted to do, I just feel like
I thought only high-tech people could do that. I didn't know that I could.
Even that could be used.
There's a lot of things I'm curious about in the world.
In animals, I'm still curious about flying.
If what I was building was capable of anything, it would be to like solve sicknesses like cancer or like editing DNA.
It would be a robot that would take medicine to kids who are sick in the hospital.
It's not like the end of the world if you don't do it like how it's supposed to be. It's like even better if you use your own imagination.
Perfect. So all of these things that they are doing, constantly testing, trying, is crucial to learning. And why is building upon that, you can say building confidence is an absolute key factor and often missed factor in our educational system, especially during these times, as Ms. Mylene mentioned. But without confidence of the students, they will not have the courage to become innovators, to truly reach their full potential, to challenge the current situation and come up with new ideas. So building confidence is absolutely important. As you saw also in the video, you can say confidence. That's all about our whole approach to failure. And as you saw in the video, these kids or students, they are asked to solve a task or an assignment or problem, and they try to solve it. They fail, then they might go back and re-prototype their constructions. They might redo the coding, but the important thing is that they are failing in a safe environment where it's okay to fail, because you will get an opportunity to redo it so you can actually solve the issue. And failure is a natural part of the learning process. Failure is how, on top of a failure, you build confidence. So what role does hands-on learning play when it comes to building confidence? Earlier this year, a study called the Harris Poll was carried out about the whole positioning of confidence in learning. The study was carried out on 5,000 students, approximately 5,000 parents, 1,000 teachers in 5 different countries. And the outputs were actually quite interesting to see. So 76% of teachers, they say that anxiety and lack of confidence hinders learning among students. From this 50% of students, more than 50% of students, they are afraid of trying new things in school, and that makes them nervous. They would like to avoid subjects where they have already failed. This is not building any confidence. This is more creating obstacles or narrowing down a career path instead, and could definitely hinder the whole innovative mindset of a child. Further to this, then 87% of students, they say that they remember topics longer when they are learning through hands-on projects. And I also think that is quite easily to relate to also for adults. If you're looking at tutorial videos, you might be able to look at them, but that's not necessary means that you can carry out the task until you have tried and practiced it yourself. 89% of students says that hands-on learning helps them learn new things. And hands-on learning can be a key element in making complex concepts be a lot more tangible and a lot easier to comprehend for children or students. 95% of teachers says hands-on learning builds students' confidence and make them want to learn new things. That's all about the mindset of becoming a lifelong learner, because you try it, you test it, and you gain an interest because you have been an active and engaged learner. 93% of parents feels that hands-on learning helps children retain knowledge. So they are very much aligned with what the students' opinion are. And if you relate it to yourself or a student for that matter, if you are assigned a task, or a problem that you will need to build, if you are allowed to actively take ownership of that task or problem, and you can make your own solution that of course needs to solve the problem, but if you manage to solve it like that, the achievement or the feeling of achievement is so much greater than if everybody was just doing the exact same thing. And this is how you build confidence in our students. Finally, it's not only our goal, but it is our responsibility to ensure that the next generation are prepared for the 21st century. 21st century skills is or has been or is still a very hot topic all around the world in educational systems. Building creativity, making sure people are innovative, being critical thinkers, problem solvers, being able to communicate, being able to collaborate. But it is our responsibility to make sure that we give them the chance in school to practice, allowing them to fail, but also preparing them for the massive challenges that, of course, will arrive in the world of tomorrow. So thank you very much for listening in. I hope very much you will enjoy the rest of the day, and I hope that you find it interesting. Take care and have a very nice day.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you, Sir Brian.
You are more than welcome.
Great. Yes, we would like to, again, in behalf of the Department of Education, Educational Technology Unit, all educators all over the Philippines and around the globe who are also teachers abroad who are watching in our webinar, we would like to extend our appreciation for that very informative, inspiring message that you're not just introduced the company, like it's like a memory lane, back to the memory lane it's been a it's not just a toy. It's not a something like uh, they they just blocks that they build, but you inject us that learning through play was able to we see that importance and the core values that you introduced to us, the company core values, were so we can also adapt that the imagination, creativity, fun learning, and caring quality core values was really admirable. Ma'am Joy.
Yes. Specifically the critical thinking skills of the students. Yeah, it really developed this critical thinking skills in using the Lego Mindstorm.
Yes, ma'am. So
sorry.
Yes,
one final thing that I would like to say is that I was very inspired and happy to hear that you are planning to bring it in already at a low age group. These kids and students, they will grow up with it, and in case they need to improve it or innovate it, they of course need to understand how it's operating. So we need to know what a sensor is. You will need to know basic coding in order for you to actually innovate.
Yes.
Yes, Brian. So we also, yes, Miss Joy.
At what age is usually recommendable in using this Lego Mindstorm? At early as
I,
5, 5 years
uh,
old?
we have other products that are more suitable for a 5-year-old. We carry all the way from K1 to K12. So it starts off with the Duplo bricks, the bricks that are slightly bigger and easier to build with, that does not require the same motorical skills. Still coding based or Steam based. And then we go into when you become 7 years old, maybe we have the first real coding experience that you are coding. Yeah.
Okay.
But that can be done. Age is a different it's a different difficult stamp to put on a child, because some children will be very early learners in this, and some not as early.
Yes.
So it depends truly on the child, but can be done from 5, 6 years old and all the way up
Okay.
to 40, 50, 60, depending
Well,
on.
okay.
Yes. So yes, thank you, Miss Joy. So yeah, it's a matter of also the guidance of the parents and the teachers around him or her. So to teach not just how to use the robots or to operate it, but also teaching them to think critically, to construct their own material or project, and to be an active learner, right? And also he mentioned about hands-on learning. So we saw a lot of comment from our participants, Brian, about his learning takeaway, hands-on learning. So yeah, so with hands-on learning, you build not just the cognitive idea or the cognitive skill of the learners, but also the confidence, the emotional, the social skills of our learners. Right, Miss Joy? Right, Brian?
Yes.
So I think if we can still check if there are questions, so that we can still ask Brian to stay for a couple of minutes. If we have questions, you
All
may
right.
now
So,
post it. We're very uh, happy, delighted to be with you, Brian, sharing your passion about education, about Lego, the company, the solutions that you offer, your love for the learners, for the education.
ayan.
So
Miss
all
Yes,
that
Maylin
I
I
pa.
can see is mostly thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Sir
you, and
Brian.
thank you for the
All
opportunity.
right, so may we
Have a
ask
great
Miss
day.
Maylene
yes.
to
Yeah,
join?
I joined in because I just wanted to read a few things about Brian and his passion for education. And you know, Felta Multimedia has been a partner of Lego Education for almost 21 years, actually, since 1999. So it's a
Wow.
long time. And I would tell Brian that this is not just to make him feel big-headed or anything, but he's one of the best territory managers of Lego Education. And I just want to say that in his uh, line of work with us, he believes that expanding knowledge and building academic and 21st century creative, active, and collaborative lifelong learners is really what drives us to be a good partners with Lego Education and with the leadership of Brian Dam. So, in behalf of Felta Multimedia, I would like to say thank you so much for your time, Brian, and sharing with us the core values and what Lego education really is, and most importantly, how we can help educators, parents, and our learners to be better, to be relevant, specifically for with the 21st century skills. So thank you so much, Brian. Ma'am
Thank
Guta.
you
Oh,
very much.
you
Thank
should
you very
know.
much. Yeah.
You should
Thank
know
you.
that.
Take
Thank
care.
Ma'am
you.
Guta.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes. Okay. Cheers. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Take care, Brian. Take care.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Thank you.
sir. Thank you, sir Brian.
We also have a friend with us from Germany, isn't it, Brian? So he will is watching us. Our colleague from Lego Education Germany is also watching us today. So let's move on to the actual workshop for the webinar. I bring it over to
Yay.
you, Teacher Joy and Teacher Match.
Yes, Miss Maylin, thank you
Okay.
so much. And
Thank you.
we're very excited. Ito na yung inaabangan ng ating mga teachers na talagang hands-on at ano ba yung robotics natin for Lego. So,
Ayan,
with
mukhang
that,
ready
let's
na sila.
welcome our speaker. She, hindi siya ano. So, she's a Lego Education Academy trainer and a Felta TechVoc Academy Master Robotics teacher. So let's all
Wow.
welcome Miss Annalyn Aban. A virtual applause.
Yay! Okay.
Hi.
Hello,
Hello,
Teacher
good
Hi, Miss
Annalyn.
morning.
Annalyn.
Good morning to everyone.
So how are you, Miss Annalyn?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited and
Yes.
I'm very excited to share with
Yes.
you
So yes.
this training course for this webinar course is very helpful in a remote learning setup like what we are experiencing right now due to COVID-19.
Yes, Miss Annalyn. So our fellow educators are very excited to listen to your topic, your discussion. So it was mentioned by Miss Mylene that you're the sole or the only Lego Education Academy trainer here in the Philippines. Nag-train pa all the way sa Denmark. Is it right? Kamusta ang
Yeah, yeah.
Denmark doon? Or experience?
Wow.
How can you inspire us na paano kami pwede dyan?
All right, I went there last January for my Lego Academy training course. So it was January, so napakalamig. Manginginig ka talaga sa lamig. But the training was excellent. I learned a lot of things that's why I'm very excited to share with you today all the concept in learning that we can use for instilling what is learning through play using robotics technology as well.
Okay.
Yes, Miss Joy. So we're all excited to hear that. So I know lahat tayong nakatutok ngayon at nakikinig
Ready
ating mga
na.
fellow educators. So hindi natin patatagalin. Let's
Yes.
take it away, Miss Annalyn.
All
Go.
right.
Ayan.
Thank you so much.
Go.
So while Miss Annalyn is right. So she's preparing the slides or the. All right. So. Right.
All right. Are we good with the screen, Teacher Mark?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Take it
So,
away, Miss
okay.
Annalyn.
Thank you so much, Teacher Mark and Teacher Joy. Once again, good morning to all the educators who are watching right now. Again, let me introduce my name. I'm Miss Annalyn Aban. I'm from Felta Multimedia Incorporated. I'm a Lego Education Academy trainer. And our company aims to modernize education here in the Philippines. Our topic is all about robotics technology using Lego Digital Designer. Please take note that Lego Digital Designer is a freeware application, and I think it's a best solution that we can use for us to continue our robotics program in spite of our remote learning setup like what we are experiencing right now due to COVID-19. Now, this is our objectives and expectation. We will start with the Lego Digital Designer. And then next to that, we will learn how to use Lego Digital Designer. And then our main objective here is the classroom application, wherein one of our goal is to prepare to teach our educators in science and technology, engineering and mathematics, and to build their student confidence using educational robotics and Lego Digital Designer in the classroom. And then right after that, we'll do work hands-on, and we will have a lots of fun. All right. Please take note that when you attend a webinar training, it's okay to have fun. All right? Because when we're having fun, we are motivated. And when we are motivated, we learn more effectively. All right? In any case, the focus of this course will be on learning how to use LDD, the Lego Digital Designer, and the educational robotics in the classroom in the best possible way. Now, to begin with, it's very important for us to understand deeper the the different terminology in our robotics technology. To begin with, what is a robot? From Robot Institute of America, a robot is a reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator designed to move material, parts, tools, or specialized devices through various program motion for the performance of a variety of tasks. Now, to simplify, robot is a mechanical machine. It is designed to execute one or more tasks automatically with speed and precision. Now, there are different types of robot. For educational sector, okay, we're using an educational robotic set. Okay, there are educational robots. Then we also have mobile robots. We have domestic robot, and then there's comes an industrial robot. Here with a manufacturing company here in the Philippines. All right. Now, what is robotics? Robotics is a study and application of robot technology. Now, the question is, what would be the importance of robotics in education? Educational robotics is a discipline designed to introduce students to robotics technology. As you can see, I have here sets of Lego Mindstorms kit. So we have there the first one, the RCX, that's the first generation of Mindstorms. Then at the middle, we have here the Lego Mindstorms NXT. And then the latest generation of robotic set from the line of Mindstorms is the EB3. We call that the Evolution 3. All right. Robotics is simpler to understand and more tangible introduction to programming. Teaching robot in schools give our students the opportunity to address the growing demand of STEAM subjects while learning how science, engineering, and technology work together and interact. Now, for classroom application, bringing best-in-class STEM and robotics tools to the classroom with Lego Mindstorms Education EB3. All right? I have here the actual robot with me. Okay, so I have here the set. So this is an educator robot. So as you can see from my end, okay, let me show you closer. There you go. Right. So first is we have here the intelligent brick. This one serves as the brain of the robot. All right. So as you can see, it comes with buttons. All right. We have these buttons in order for us to navigate the files. Technically, we create code with our devices, and then right afterwards, with this third generation set, we can transfer those created code via Bluetooth, via Wi-Fi dangle, or via USB cable wire. All right. So as you can see, we have here a screen wherein we can monitor all the files being transferred in the intelligent brick. All right? And then, as you can see, on this lower part of the intelligent brick, we have here number ports. Okay? These number ports are designed for the electronic sensors. And then, on the other side, here, we have here ports for motors. All right? The good thing about with this EV3 robot set, it comes with an auto ID. So as you can see, we have here ports for motors and we have here ports for sensors. All right? And this is very safe for the kids. For as you can see, we are using here cable wires. There you go. Okay? So how to connect electronic components to the brain of the robot, it's very simple. We have here an RJ, and then right afterward, you need to simply attach it and connect it to the port. And that's how we do it. It's very easy, and this one is very safe for our kids. All right? So this is the brain wherein we connect and attach all the electronic components. And then on the lower part of the robot, we have here the two large motor. Okay, there you go. Wherein our wheels are connected. Okay, this servo motors is the one in charge for making the robot move into different directions. All right. Then next to the motors, it also comes with sensors. So what would be the importance of electronic sensors? Okay, the help of the sensors is to create more programmable command, right? So on this side, I have here, okay, a touch sensor. Okay, it gives commands to our robot. Okay, we can actually use this in three different ways: bump, press, and release. Okay? Then next to that, we also have here the color sensor. This one. Okay. Okay, we call that the color sensor. For your information, this color sensor can see up to 7 different colors. All right? In robotics, for you to travel from start to end, we usually use line tracing. And in order for you to do line tracing, you will be using a color sensor. All right? And for you to execute a line tracing activity, you'll be using a lot of mathematical skills and formula. How? It's very simple. You need to get the value of the lighter side of the surface, the darker side of the surface, and then you add it into 2 and then divide. So that's how we gonna use the color sensor. But there are 3 modes on how we gonna use it. But technically, I'm going to discuss programming concept tomorrow. All right? And then next to this is we also have here ultrasonic sensor. There you go. That one serves as the eye of the robot. Okay? This ultrasonic sensor can measure up to 220 centimeter. All right? There you go. Now, do you want an actual demonstration? Okay, so I have here a pre-built program here with my robot. Now I'm going to show you some of the basic movements, but technically tomorrow we'll be exploring a lot of concept of movements. All right, so let's transfer here on the table. So this is how we control. We have here the elevated button to turn it on. Okay, then we have here the buttons to navigate, and we have here the center button to turn it off. All right. Now, I already prepare a program for demonstration. Okay, let's just transfer here on the table. There you go. So, first thing, let's make the robot move forward. So as you can see, as I mentioned a while ago, we're gonna do coding or programming in our devices, and then right afterwards, we need to transfer it via Bluetooth or cabled wire in order for us to navigate those created program here in the actual robot. So let's make it move forward. All right, there you go. And then for that certain movements, we technically use the motors to make it move. All right. As you can see, we have here the ultrasonic sensor. Now, the thing is, we will make our robot move forward continuously, and when it sees a wall, it will automatically stop using the ultrasonic sensor. All right. So there you go. Let's try. Okay, it's continuously moving. Then right after it sends the wall, it will automatically stop. All right, so those are the basic movements that we can have for the concept of movements. There you go. Now, Teacher Joy asked Sir Brian Dam a while ago of what would be the appropriate grade for this Lego Mindstorms EV3. Okay, um, on the event standard, we actually use Lego Mindstorms EV3 for grade 4 and up using the graphical programming. And then we can also use the Lego Mindstorms EV3 for secondary using the MicroPython programming language. All right? Then, if you ask for how about the lower grade, like grade 1 up to grade 3, we also have here the Lego education, we do a sample robot, right? Okay, this is Milo. Okay, it's a robotic set that we usually use for grades 1 up to grade 3. As you can see, this is very colorful. The good thing about with this set, it also comes with the hub that serves as the body and the brain of the robot. And then this is also moving for it also comes with a motor, right? That is responsible for the movements. And then it also comes with different sensors. All right. So look at the parts. It's very colorful and it's so tiny and it's very cute. That's why this is very good for grades 1 to grade 3. And then the good thing about with our robotic set, since we're talking about educational robotic set, all the materials that we have comes with a curriculum and lesson planning for both teachers and students. Now, please take note that in Lego Mindstorm, going back to Mindstorms, Education EB3, it was developed based on a comprehensive research, okay, and the Lego education approach to learning. It's an innovative and engaging part of the Lego learning continuum for building students' confidence in teaching science and technology, engineering, and mathematics skills. All right? Usually used with block-based graphical programming languages and guided lessons to bring best-in-class STEM and robotics school tools to our student. Now, since our topic is robotics technology using LDT, most of the activity that we'll be using or will be doing today is a concept of designing and building. So we'll be having the programming skill concept tomorrow. All right. Now, as educators, we have the exciting and vital task of shaping our students' minds and preparing them for the future. Recent study says that almost 2 out of 3 students sitting in our classroom today will work in jobs that doesn't even exist today. At the same time, studies shows that presumably 80% of future jobs will require science, technology, engineering, and mathematics skills. and that 71% of all new job in STEM will be in computing. All right? Now, what skills do students need to acquire? Okay, when we look at the most sought after skills in the job market today, as stated in the Future of Jobs report that is published annually by the World Economic Forum, we can already start to identify the most important skills for students to master in order to be prepared for their future careers. On my screen, you can see today's top 10 skills. Okay, it's even more interesting to see what is trending. All right. Now, if you look on the other side, if you look on the right side, okay, we have here the list for trending in 2022. We expect active learning strategies, creativity, originality, initiative, and technology design and programming to move up and take their place right below analytical thinking. A development report from the World Bank underscores the importance of preparing workers for with the skills, noting that days of staying in one job with company for decades are waning. In the so-called gig economy, people will likely have many gigs over the course of their careers, which means they'll have to be a lifelong learners. Now, let's now move forward with the highlight of this training course, which is the Lego Digital Designer. Lego Digital Designer is a freeware computer program produced by the Lego Group. Please take note that this is a software that will let you build models with virtual Lego bricks. You can even get parts lists and building instructions so you can build your model in a real life. And please take note, using this Lego Digital Designer, we are not just using this for designing robot. We can also use this with the following program, okay? Like for example, with our regular academic subjects. In science, we usually have our investigatory project or research, all right? Now, using the Lego Digital app, we can create the prototype design. We can actually use that also in TLE for designing a concept. All right. We can also use this for English and Filipino for storytelling. Now, let me show you the different themes that we have in Lego Digital Design. All right. So as you can see, we have here 3 tabs. The first tab is under the blue tab, which is the Lego Digital Designer. Okay? Now, for these teams, okay, we can build our dream model from a huge selections of bricks. Okay? The next to that, from the white tab, we have here the Lego Mindstorms team. Okay? With this Lego Mindstorms team, we can work with all the bricks from the unique robot set, from the WeDo 2.0 set up to NXT set and up to EB3 set. All right? Then for the third tab, okay, for our third team, we have here the Lego Digital Designer Extended. All right? With this, we can choose the LDD Extended team if we want to mix bricks and color and switch out our limitation. So usually we use this Lego Digital Designer for a creative category. All right, but you don't need to worry. We'll be having our software exploration after this. Now, in order for us to use and explore the software later, it's very important for you to understand the functions of the toolbar. Okay? This toolbar will help you to navigate the software itself for our hands-on activity. So as you can see, we have here the welcome screen. This will lead you to open a new document with a blank scene, and then it will lead you to the 3 different teams. Then, the good thing about with this software, we can save all the model on the scene to our hard drive, or we can actually save it automatically to our computer or desktop. Then, um, in building a design or in creating a design, there are instances that we do a lot of testing. Okay, we do a lot of trials. So the good thing about with the toolbar, it comes with undo and redo. Okay, so these are the basic icons that we usually already using. Okay, so undo to take one step back to undo your last action, and then to redo to take one step forward to redo your last undone action. Then we also have here selection tool. As you can see from my slide, I have here keynotes as well. If you are into computer, okay, that you're good enough already with keys, then this selection tool will serve us in order for us to select single bricks in the scene, and then click the selection tool button to reveal a panel containing advanced selection tools. Okay, then from single selection tool, we have here advanced selection tools. Okay, click the selection tool to display the advanced selection tool panel, and then advanced selection tools to let you select multiple bricks and make selection based on brick color, shape, and connectivity. You don't need to worry for when we reach the software tour, it's very easy for you to understand and navigate this icon bar. Now, since we're into building, okay, and what we're trying to understand is the concept of building, controls are very important as well. Okay, so when you use this Lego Digital application, my advice is it's best for you to use a mouse. All right, so we have left mouse and we have here our right mouse. Left mouse is for us to select a brick or move it around on the scene if click and drag. Okay, take note of that. Then for right mouse, it will help us to rotate the scene's camera view, and mouse will scroll in order for us to use to zoom in and zoom out in the scene for us to see the actual dimension or the actual repositioning of the created design. Then this camera control is for us to view. All right, we have rotate view, we have here zoom view, we have reset view, okay, in order for us to see, okay, the dimension or the repositioning of the design. Okay? Next, okay, we have here other icon bar. So we have here clone tool. So we're going to use it with the actual building afterwards. So we use the clone tool to make duplicates of bricks in the scene. Okay. Then we have hinge tools. Okay. This H key is used to hinge tool to rotate bricks that are connected with a hinge or a single stud connection. So in building, we will experience later that there are certain parts that is very hard to connect. So in order for us to do it, okay, we'll be using the hinge tool. That would be the function of that. Then we have here hinge align tool. So we have here the key. We use that hinge align tool to automatically connect the two separate connections. Then we also have here the plec tools. The function of these plec tools is to bend and twist flexible elements. All right, indicated by a small icon in the brick preview. Usually, we will use this flex tool if we are using Mindstorm's theme. All right. Then we also have here the paint tool. We use the paint tool to change the color or the materials of bricks in the scene. So from yellow, we can change it into red, into green, or into blue by using paint tool. Then we also have here the hide tool. Use the hide tool to hide bricks or models. For example, in creating a minifigure, okay, we have here the legs, we have the body, and we have here the head. All right. So using the hide tool, we can see a certain parts that we use in order for us to connect a certain design. All right. Then we also have the lit tool. Then we have different modes that we're going to use for this activity. We have the build mode wherein we gonna create the actual model. Then we also have here the view mode wherein we can see the actual design. So as I discussed the camera view, we can see it in front view, at the back view, or on both sides view. And then we also have here the building guide mode. Of course, for teacher and for pro, okay, it's for them, I think building is very easy to understand because we have our key controls. Okay, but the thing that you will encounter using this LDD software, we have a huge variety of bricks and pieces. All right. And for us to lessen the stress of our student in building, we can actually use the building guide mode wherein we can already prepare a certain step-by-step guide for a certain design. All right, there you go. And then it also comes with the brick palette, as you can see from my left side. Okay, we can also call this the brick dictionary or the brick library. Okay, these brick palettes give you access to an unlimited number of bricks that you can build with. All right. For a selection of brick to build with, you can choose and click on the brick you want to use. The brick will become transparent so you can see where you are moving it, or we can move the brick to where you want it on the scene and click again. Then we have here show group and hide group icon. We usually use this to show or hide bricks in the group within the palette. And then we have here filter bricks by Lego set. So as I mentioned, as you can see from the right side of my screen, we have here huge selection. The good thing about with this brick library, we can filter bricks depending on the pieces that we need to use. Okay, then we can also find bricks according to color. Okay. So that is as I mentioned a while ago, there are 3 modes for this Lego digital design. So this is the build mode. Okay, wherein this will serve as the working space wherein we gonna build and edit our model in the working interface. Then next to that is we have here the view mode. Let's say that we are done creating a specific model already. These view modes will let you view your model with different backgrounds, and you can also use the explode button to explode your models. We're gonna show you that later. All right. Then next to that, we also have here the building guide mode. For teachers, it's nice for you to explore the first mode, but in actual classroom setup, there are time limitation. Like for example, we only have 45 minutes in robotics. So for us to lessen the time for building, we can actually use this building guide mode. Meaning to say, the teacher can already prepare the pre-model guides. Okay? So as you can see from that NXT creation, it comes with 68 different steps. When you use the building guide mode, it will help you to see the different step from step 1 up to finish. Now, we'll have a software tour. Okay, so at this moment, I will turn off my camera for you to focus on the software. All right, there you go. So as you open the LDD software, it will lead you to the welcome screen. Okay? So as I mentioned, it comes with 3 different teams. So on the blue tab, we have here the digital designer team. As you open the digital designer team, as you can see, we have here 2 options in order for us to go inside the tab. So the first option is to open another file. When you use this tab, meaning you already have the existing files. For a beginner user, we'll be using the pre-build icon. Okay, so simply click it. And then it will lead you to the working interface, wherein we gonna create building and design our model. So it will serve as the building palette. Okay? And then on the left side of the screen, we have here the brick palette library, wherein it comes with a variety of different Lego pieces. So as you can see from top to bottom, those are the pieces embedded in the Lego Digital Designer tab. Okay, as we open, okay, it will lead you to a variety of different sizes of irregular brick. From a 1x1 brick, 2x2 brick, from 2x6 brick, from a narrow brick, okay, and a plotted brick. Right, there you go. Going back. Okay, it also comes with a circular brick and accessories. As you can see, we have here variety of colors and variety of designs. Okay, there you go. Then it also comes with a brick with connectors. And then one more. Okay, we have here beams. All the regular beams and even the frames. Okay, so as you can see from this Lego Digital Designer tab, it comes with a huge selection of Lego. Now, for sure, you'll be having hard time clicking on all the Lego pieces. Okay, so the good thing about with this brick library, um, it comes with a search picture. Okay, for example, we need to have the 2x3 brick. Simply type it, and automatically it will lead you to a certain pieces that you are looking for. All right. Now, I have here. Okay. Um, let me turn on my camera again. So I have here a regular brick. Okay. As you can see, okay, sir, excuse me, Sir Mark. Can you please accept me for the camera? All right, there you go. So as you can see from the brick library, there comes huge selections of Lego pieces. So I already discussed that we have here the search picture, wherein we need to simply write the code of a certain bricks. Now, as you can see, I have here a regular brick. We have variety of brick. We have platted brick, like this one. We have here the platted brick. We have here the regular brick. Okay. So you see it's very different and there's comes more. Now, as you can see from my screen, from a regular brick, it comes with circle thingy on top. All right. This circle thingy called studs. Okay. And as we count, we actually using this for mathematics as well. It comes with how many studs? We have here 2, 4, 6, 8. For elementary kids, we just let the student identify bricks according to the number of studs. Okay. But in other terms, okay, we call this a 2 by 4 brick, right? As you can see, we have here 2 studs going down, and we have here 4 studs going on the left. That's what we how we identify certain codes for bricks. So this is a 2 by 4 regular brick. Okay. Now going back to the LDD interface, I'm gonna turn off my camera again so you can focus. So again, we have here the working space interface wherein we gonna build our model. And then on the left side, we have here the brick library, okay, wherein we have a different variety of Lego design. We also discussed the search picture. And then let's now tap and discuss again the toolbar. Okay, so first is we have here the single selection tool. Next is we have here the clone tool. We have the third icon, the hinge tool for connection. We have here hinge align tool. Then we have here flex tool. We have here paint tool. And we have here hide tool. And we have here delete tool. Okay, let's try to create a model. You can now open your LDD software and do it together with us. So this is our first building challenge. Since that we are using the Lego Digital Designer team, we will be trying to create a minifigure. So since there are a lot of options, let's use our search picture and let's type minifigure. Right? So as you can see, as I type the mini, it will give us already different sets of Lego pieces. So let's try to have first the first icon with a complete minifigure. So let's start with the legs. So the good thing about this, it will make our student more excited, for they will see a variety of colors. So since I'm a girl, I'm gonna pick color pink legs. Right, there you go. So simply click it, okay, by using our LDD controls. So click left mouse, then drag it to the working space. That's how we do it. There you go. And then we can have the camera view in order for us to see the position of the certain piece. That's how we do it. And when you are good enough already with its position, simply click right left. Okay? Then next to that, what would be the next piece? Let's go to the body. Go down and let's look for a color pink body. There's none, but we can actually use the tools. Okay, let's try to pick a body. There you go. Left click, then drag it to the position where we're gonna put it. But it's color pink. So what I'm going to do is use our toolbar. I'm going to pick tool to change. Okay, let's change it into a more girl thing color. I want this one. Okay, the one wearing coat. Okay, that's it. Oh, that's nice. So we already have the leg, we already have the body, and at this moment, let's move forward with the head. All right, let's look for head. There you go. As you can see, we have here variety of faces. Let's look for a girl head. There you go. The one wearing glasses. Okay, mini head, left click, and drag it where we gonna connect it. And when we are decided where we gonna place it, simply click right click for our controls. So we already have the head. Okay, as you can see from the CAD or the interface of the building area, we can use the view camera mode in order for us to see its realignment. Okay, then let's look for the hair, of course. Okay, as you can see, we have here variety of choices. Okay, this one. Left click, then drag it. All right, there you go. All right, Viola, there you go. This is my minifigure. Okay, that is a teacher Anne after 10 years. All right. So that's how we use the Lego Digital Design. It's very easy and simple. But at the moment, what we are doing right now is, or what we are using right now instead is the Lego Digital Designer team. So as you can see, it's very easy to understand the toolbar. Now, on the upper right side of my screen, we have here the different modes. So we're done with the build mode. That's what we are doing right at the moment. Next to that, let's move forward with the view mode. Oh, click it. And then it will lead you to experience wherein we can add a background to our creations. On the upper left side of my screen, as you can see, we can create screenshot so we can save that created model. So let's do the screenshot. And then file name, Teacher Anne. Okay, let's put it on the desktop and save. Then automatically it will be saved to our computer. Then we also have here the explode the model. All right, there you go. And then it will return to original positions again afterwards. All right, there you go. And then next to that is we can change the background. So this background is already embedded on the software. All right, there you go. So that is the view mode. And then let's go to the third mode. So the third mode is the building guide mode. So for teachers, since that most of the time we already have our limited time in our classroom, it's better for us if we prepare ahead of time and use this building guide mode. So when we go to this building guide mode, it will give us the step by step instruction on how we gonna build a certain model. Okay, let's try. So as you can see, we have there the hair. We have here the head. Then, now that's how we should do it. Then the body and the legs. Okay, next. There you go. And then, as you can see on the upper or right side of my screen, we have here 3x3 instruction. Okay, that will lead the student see on how they should build a certain model. All right, there you go. Now, since we already have our sample demonstration on how we gonna use Lego Digital Design, this is a warm-up activity only. Now, teachers, are you ready for our hands-on activity? Sir Mark, at this moment, we'll be having our first building challenge. Okay, so let's delete. Okay, let's delete teacher and minifigure. Now, for all the teachers who are watching right now, all of you are aware that we require a final output for this webinar for you to get your e-certificates. So for our first task, so we'll be giving you 3 outputs for this activity. And for our first output, we will be creating a duck. All right? So for duck, please do it with me, teachers. Please open your LDD software and try to follow us. Okay? So in creating a dock, let's try to get all the necessary pieces first. So first, let's try to get a 2x4 brick. So let's use our search picture. So 2x2 brick. There you go. And then we will be using as well 2 pieces of 2x2 brick.
Miss Annalyn?
Yes, sir.
Same color po or pwedeng ibang color?
Pwede pong ibang color. Depende po sa preference ng ating builder. Right? Para mas maganda.
Okay.
So, 3 bibi to, ma'am?
Isa lang pong bibi ang
Isa
gagawin
pa lang,
natin,
isa
sir.
pa lang.
Isa pa lang.
Excited to sell.
What we are doing right now, sir, is completing all the pieces for that certain dock. Okay? So we already have the 2x4. Then we need to get 2 pieces of 2x2 brick. Pwede pong ibang kulay ha, depende po sa preference nyo. So kung nakakita na po kayo ng bibe na color pink or violet, pwede po yan. Kasi alam ko po
Pero,
sa mga...
meron sa school,
alam ko
diba?
po kasi sa mga school, sa labas po ng
sisiwa tayo.
may mga sisiw po na binubunot, di ba? Magbabayad ka, tapos pag binubunot ka. Alright. Going back to the activity, so we'll be needing also 1x1 brick. 1x2 rather. 1 piece of 1x2 brick. And there you go. Let's delete, let's change it. It comes with a face. Okay, there you go. Then we'll be needing as well 2 pieces of 2x4 platted brick. All right, let's look for the last piece. 2x4 flat rather. Okay, just wait for a moment. Teacher, are you following?
Yes.
All right.
Medyo dahan-dahan lang daw po ng konti.
Sige po, papagalan po natin mga teachers. So, kayo mag-alala.
Hinahanap po nila.
Para po madali yung paghanap natin, kasi po marami tayong variety of bricks. Gamitin po natin yung search picture. Kaya po kung you are planning to embed this LDD application sa inyong mga klase, it's very important for you to begin with the basic. Ang tinutukoy ko po dito is yung familiarization po nung pagtukoy natin sa mga sizes of brick kasi mas makakatulong po siya para mas madali nyong hanapin yung mga certain pieces.
Yes.
Okay, we have here the plate. So we need to get 2 pieces of it. Ayan. So nakita nyo, isa lang po siya but we need 2. So to simplify, let's go to the toolbar. Okay, and use clone. Okay, and then click and automatically it will give us another piece.
Okay.
Yan. So, kasi meron po tayong single selection tool for a single piece. And then for that second bar, okay, we have here yung clone. Para po hindi na tayo babalik doon sa ating brick library. Yan. Kaya napaka-importante po na alam natin yung function ng toolbar for navigation. Yan. So, meron po tayo dyang 6 pieces of bricks na gagamitin po natin for our dock activity. Take note, teachers, ito po yung ating first output. Right? So, I guess po, meron na po lahat. Kompleto na po kaya lahat, Teacher Mark? Can we proceed to the next instruction? Alright.
Ako may ano na.
Alright, there you go. Since that we are already done completing the 6 brick pieces, yung first challenge nyo po, since Sir Brian discussed a while ago yung importance of learning through play and yung holistic approach in learning ni Lego Education, ngayon po, maglalaro naman tayo. Alright? Since, yan, excited na po ba kayo? Since that we already have here yung ating 6 pieces brick, what we want you to do is to create a dock. Okay? Please build a dock. Usually po, on a face-to-face training, we ask the participants to do it for only 60 seconds. But since it's a remote webinar, we'll be giving you 2 minutes to create your own dock. And then right afterwards, sinuruan ko po kayo kanina, 'di ba, kung paano mag-screenshot. And then right afterwards, isasubmit ko po 'yon sa amin. Right, so it's 10:54 a.m. and we are expecting everybody to accomplish their design for 10:56 a.m.
Alright, so talagang tatakbo ang utak natin kung ano ba itsura ng duck natin, ma'am, no?
Ayan, yeah, sir. Kasi Sir Mark, parang yung naiisip mo ata kanina is sisiw. And so technically with this activity po, yung creativity po is very important. Kasi we need to exercise the mind of our student. So, ayan, pwede natin siyang palitan ng eyes. Yan.
Ay, oo, mas cute yan.
Yan, para mas cute.
Okay to, ma'am.
Mas cute din po yan pag may mga violet, may mga pink na bibe, mamaya tayong makikita.
Kanya-kanyang version ng bibi to, ma'am.
Opo, kanya-kanya po tayong version. Wala pong tama, walang mali. So, wag po kayong ma-stress na, baka dinosaur ang magawa ko. Alright? Okay. Sige lang po. Build a dock according to your preference. Yan. So, you still have 1 minute left. Kaya nyo po yan? So, ito po yung usually na ginagawa namin to begin our regular classes just to get the attention of the kids and for them to be engaged. Alright, mukhang busy na rin po si Sir Mark at si Ma'am Joy sa pag-build ng kanilang mga bibe.
Yeah.
Parang hindi bibi yung sa akin, ma'am.
Sige, Sir Mark and Ma'am Joy, since kayo po yung naka-join dito sa ating platform, kayo na lang po madam yung mag-share ng mga sample yung bibe. Is that okay with you guys?
Ala!
Si Sir Mark na lang po.
Kailangan
Wala,
si Ma'am Joy at si Sir Mark, i-broadcast
Alam
po
mo-
natin yung design nyo.
Ninervous ako. In-out ko na pala.
Alright, there you go. So, I think it's time up. Okay. Sige po. At this time, ako naman yung gagawa ng own version ko ng bibe. Right.
Parang yung iba, ma'am, naghahanap pa sila ng parts.
Kaya nyo po yan. May maghapon
Ano
pa
yung
po
plan?
tayo after this.
Sige po.
Tandaan nyo po, gamitin nyo po yung search picture para po mas madali nyong mahanap yung mga pyesa.
Opo. Nung po sa taas, may search.
Ano ma'am? Sir Mark and Ma'am Joy, ready na po ba kayo sa inyong mga bibe?
Hindi pa ako confident, ma'am. Kinlose ko na. Si Sir Mark na lang. I-share kita. Go, Sir Mark.
Ala!
Okay, sige.
Parang,
Sige, mag-share screen muna tayo kay Sir Mark.
Parang hindi siya bibe. Parang hindi
Okay
bibe
lang po
nangyari
yan.
sa
Hindi lang po tayo bibigyan ng grado para po sa design ng bibe na yan. Okay. Kasi may bibi pong nakaupo. May bibig na nakalutang sa tubig. So, meron siyang preference of view according doon sa idea mo.
Oo nga.
Alright? O, Sir Mark, ready na po ba kayo? And Ma'am Joy, excited na po ako sa inyong mga designs.
Seryoso, ma'am. Kinlose ko na yung sa akin.
Alright.
Kasi
Pero
check ko na,
rotate,
Sir
paano ba
Mark.
ito rotate? Paano yung rotate? Sige,
Yung
share
sa
ko
view
yung
mode,
screen
sir.
ko ha.
Okay.
Oh, Sir Mark, go. Share kita.
Sa view. Ano ba yan? Nahiya ako sa gawa ko. Pagtatawanan ako ni Miss Nelly.
Hindi, share kita.
Ayan.
Hindi to pato eh. Alien to.
Sige lang, sir. Ito po yung 6 brick ko. Right. So, this is the head. Okay, ito yung dila, the body.
Nakangiti yung bibi ni Sir.
Okay. Wow!
Diba? Ang galing!
Diba, sir? It's a matter of creativity. Minsan, pwede rin siyang i-consider as a worm or piece. Alright? Okay,
Yes,
there
I
you go.
promise.
Ma'am Joy,
Yeah.
ikaw naman po. Your turn, ma'am. Ma'am Joy.
Hindi, ma'am, kinlose ko na, promise.
Sige, ma'am. Okay lang po yan. Kahit po
Ako
na...
ni Miss Nelly.
Mamaya po, sasabay na lang po ako sa team replay. Kasi
Alright,
mukhang
there
marami
you
kami
go.
team replay.
Okay, congratulations, Sir Mark, sa lakas ng loob. Okay, congratulations.
Hindi ko pa kaya.
Ngayon,
Sir.
this simple 6 bricks activity po, actually kasi na-mention ko kanina, it depends on your preference. We'll be using a lot of creativity using this kind of activity. On my end po, since I'm doing this 6 brick activity most of my training, so since magla-lunch time na po tayo, what I did on my end, ayan, hinilera ko po yung aking mga Lego pieces for the duck. At kukuha po ako ng kutsilyo doon sa aming pantry. Ayan, naka-chop-chop na po siyang bibe at ready to cook for adobong bibe. Alright, there you go. So, ganun lang po kadali. Alright? So, using these Lego bricks will lead us to inculcate and hone our creativity in such things. Right? Thank you so much for the cooperation na kahit walang choice, do it on the spot, Sir Mark. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yay!
Alright. So,
Love it. I love it.
let me share my screen again. Alright, so that is the first hands-on activity that we did.
power.
Now it's all about the power of imagination. So as you can see po, all of us created our own version uh, of a duck. Pare-parehas pong materials yung ginamit natin, but then all of us come up with a different design. Alright? So it's all about the power of imagination. The brick is a tool for learning. This task has come with a low entry and high ceiling. It's easy to get started, but there's no real limit on where you can take your model. Okay, this type of activity is excellent for creating a state of flow. All right. What happened with these six Lego bricks? Now we've played a little with the six bricks, but what's actually happened during the activity? We often tend to think that, of course, play has a value because children enjoy it, but it's not really serious. There's no real learning outcome. But there is being a playful like you when you are building your own dock. By experimenting with things, trying things out by taking them apart and putting them together again and taking risks with new idea, it's the ultimate way of learning. While you didn't have time to really think during the given time that you were building, okay, your brain was actually working like crazy. Ano ba yung itsura ng bibe? Sisiw ba siya? Ano bang kulay niya? And whatsoever. Now, the question is, which skills did you use in order to build your dock? Okay? Now, let's try to identify few skills, okay, that we use with this simple activity. Now, let me show you the different skills that we actually use with this type of activity. First is the symbolic representation. Okay, the ability to associate objects, actions, or symbols with a particular meaning. Like when you were looking for elements in the LDD software, okay, that had similarities to a duck. This is very important for language development when understanding the meaning of letters, words, and numbers in relation to every object. Spatial abilities, thinking about and just for a moment, thinking about and manipulating objects in 3D in the application that we use. Like when you visualize that what you wanted to build and then manipulated the elements to make a duck. This is essential for your ability to visualize and imagine a situation and look at it from different directions. Perhaps even more critical, this plays a key role in mathematical thinking when children learn to sort, when children learn to count and quantify objects. Next skills is a self-regulation. Most of you felt a little stress during this task, but no one failed. Okay? Your ability to regulate your emotions and motivations while setting yourself the goal of completing the doc and working toward that goal is called self-regulation. It's important for you to retain your control and lead yourself when you're setting a goal and trying to achieve it. Sometimes we consider abilities such as concentration, self-control, idea visualization, and spatial understanding to be a soft skills or things that are a product of learning. But they are so much more than that. The skills that you use when you are motivated to play and make things that are most critical to problem solving and creative thinking skills, these are also a fundamental way of learning language, reading, writing, and mathematics. Play is learning. Okay? Even a simple activity like building a dock train basic skills that are critical to different developmental tips. All right. Now let's go back to the software. So what we just did is the Lego Digital Designer team. let's navigate again and go back to the home, to the welcome screen. Do you want to save? No? Okay, so what we just explored is the Lego Digital Designer team. At this moment, let's move forward with the second tab or the second team, which is the Lego Mindstorms team. Alright, if you will notice po, from the brick library, mas kaunti na yung mga pieces. Alright? Kasi po, this menu or this type or this tab is designed for a certain robot sets. Alright, so let's try to open another file. Let's have the pre-build. Okay, then let me show you the embedded pieces from the variety. Okay, so what is special about these Mindstorms teams are there are special pieces that you can only have with this team. So as you can see, we have what are those special pictures that we have. As you can see, we have here electronic components. Like we have here the brain of the robot. So from We Do 2.0, as you can see, as I show you this We Do 2.0 for elementary robotics, we have here the hub. Okay, just for a moment. Okay, let's continue. So the special thing about with this menu is we have special pieces that is designed for our robotic sets. So talking about robotic set, as I do a little demonstration a while ago, we are using Lego Education We Do for grades 1 to grade 3. Then we have the Lego Mindstorm NXT and EV3 for higher grades. So as you can see, we have here variety of brains and motors. So first is we have the hub, the Lego Education We Do hub. Okay, that's how you get it. Left click, then right click. Okay, then we have here the brain of the second generation, which is Lego Mindstorms NXT. And then we also have here the brain of the latest generation, which is Lego Mindstorms EV3. Right? There you go. Then right after the brain, we also have here motors. So let's have the motor for We Do. There you go. Then we have here motor for NXT. Then we have here motors for EV3. All right, there you go. And then we have here sensors. Like we have here, for We Do, we have here tilt sensor. Please take note that this Lego Education We Do is designed for grades 1 to grade 3. All right, so we have there the tilt. For NXT, we have here the sound sensor. Then for Mindstorms, let's have the color sensor. So as you can see, this variety of pieces is only located with this second team, which is the Lego Mindstorms team. Okay? Technically po, you cannot see that doon sa ating Lego Digital Designer. If you are into creating educational robotics set, dito po kayo pupunta sa second tab. Alright? So pinapakita ko lang po sa inyo yung mga special pieces na dito lang natin makikita sa ating second team, which is the Lego Mindstorms team. Alright? So let's delete. Okay, so that's how we delete. You just need to simply go to the toolbar and click the delete tool. All right. So for navigation, same thing, same features with the Lego Digital Design. Ang pinagkaiba niya lang po is yung mga special features embedded doon sa ating brick library. So for this po, yung second task natin is to create a robot. Is to create a drive-based robot. So mga teachers, please get ready. Sundan niyo po kami para doon sa ating mga materials na gagamitin doon sa ating EV3 robot. So first, kailangan natin ng brain, yung ating intelligent brick. So ito po yung pangalawang isasubmit nyo as your output. Okay, then next, we need to get motors. So i-clone na lang natin siya since dalawa yung kailangan natin. Alright. So at this moment po, we are gathering all the necessary pieces for us to create a basic bot. Then we need to get tires and rim, of course. Okay. And from end po, as you can see, from attaching yung rim sa tires, pag kinlik nyo po siya ng right click, nakikita nyo meron pong square na purple thingy on the item itself. O pag nakita nyo po yon and turns into green, matik po, it is connected already. But for you to make sure, kailangan nyo pong tignan yung inyong camera view. Kasi isa yung perception po nung inyong positioning para ma-double check nyo po na it is connected. Alright, there you go. So we need 2 tires. And then we need to have the connecting parts. So we'll be needing an axle. Yan, so same thing po nung tips ko kanina, yung sa paggamit ng LDD software. As you can see, in order for us to easily get yung mga pieces na kailangan natin, it's very important po for us to familiarize yung mga tawag sa ating mga pyesa. So sa Lego Digital Designer team po, yung mga names po ng bricks yung kailangan natin maintindihan. Dito naman po yung mga special connecting parts like ito pong black axle. We usually use that in order for us to connect yung ating wheels connected to our motor to the intelligent brick. So what you need to do is to simply insert the axle doon sa ating large motor. Yung red thingy po doon sa ating motor, yan po ay built-in rotation. Alright? So doon po natin sa center nun, ididikit or i-attach yung axle. Alright? Then right after we put the axle, we need to get a bushing. Okay? Ito naman po will serves as the lock. Yung other function niya po is for us to control yung movements ng ating robot para hindi po siya sumasayaw while it is moving. So dalawa yung functions niya, for lock and for us to control yung kanyang sway movements. Right? So as you can see, yung motors natin is already connected with axle. At this moment, i-connect naman po natin yung ating mga gulong. Alright. So let's reposition. Kaya po it's very important for you to see, for you to use yung control view po mode, for you to see kung connected po ba accordingly yung ating mga pyesa. Alright, on the other side, it's properly connected already. Nakakasunod po ba yung ating mga teachers? Kamusta po ba kayo? Please take note po, this basic bot po can be accomplished for only 5 minutes. Kung mga bata po yung gagawa natin. Alright. Alright, let's put the other one. Okay, let's have the view mode para makita natin kung connected na ba siya. Alright, ready to roll out? Ready to go? Okay, there you go. Good job. So from the electronic components to connecting components for us to connect all the pieces. At this time, we'll try to connect yung ating motor doon sa ating intelligent brake. In reality po, for us to connect yung ating motor sa ating intelligent brake, gumagamit po tayo ng cable wires. As I mentioned a while ago, kung makikita nyo po, from my screen, we have here ports for A, B, C, and D. Ayan po ay ports for motors. So, doon natin siya i-connect. Then, on the other side naman po, pag pinaikot ko yung view mode ko, we have here ports for a sensor on the other side. That one is port for motors. Okay, A, B, C, and D. Ito po yung mga ports na ginagamit natin for us to connect yung ating motors with our intelligent brake. As I mentioned a while ago, for us to transfer yung created program, gumagamit tayo ng Bluetooth or via Wi-Fi dongle. So on the other side naman po, we have here number ports. Okay, as you can see, we have here 1, 2, 3, and 4 ports. Meaning po, we can attach 4 sensors at the same time. Alright? So let's continue working with our model. Right, pasensya po kung medyo mabilis. Ayan, babagalan na po talaga natin, pangako. Okay, so since it's a pre-build bot, ang tip po dito kasi, mga teachers, is it's very important for you to understand yung mga name ng ating mga pyesa. Kasi po, kung alam niyo yung tawag doon sa ating mga certain parts, magagamit po natin yung ating search mode. So since kayo po ay lahat ay beginners and don't have idea for the names of these parts, so technically ganyan po yung gagawin nyo, iisa-isahin nyo po siya. Alright? But please don't worry about it. Right after this webinar po, I'm going to share po a file wherein makikita nyo po yung mga names ng ating mga pyesa. Alright, since that the wheels are already connected, okay, at this moment, we need to connect our motors with the intelligent brake. All right, so I think I'm going to end my building activity here with Lego Mindstorm tabs. As you can see po, meron tayong intelligent brake, meron tayong motors that is already connected to the wheels. As for your final output, yan, kailangan po mabuo nyo yung basic bot nyo. So wala po tayong necessary design requirements. It's just required na kailangan meron siyang brain, meron siyang motors for us to make it move. And okay, so ito po yung mga initial parts na iiwan ko sa inyo for this team. And then, for your assignment, okay, Kayo na po yung bahala mag-decide on how you gonna attach these pieces in order for you to create a simple bot. All right. So I know the time is not enough for us to understand everything. So for support for all the newbies here for this webinar, right after this webinar, we will be sending the link kung ano po yung tawag doon sa ating mga certain parts. Okay, so ito po yung iiwanan kong second output. As you can see, meron na po tayong basic accomplishment. So this one will serve as your homework. Kailangan nyo pong makonect all in all for us to create a basic bot. Now, doon po sa ating mga chat box, there are questions like what would be the functions of axle, bushings, and connectors. All right. So let's set aside this initial creation. And the thing that you need to consider is when you build a certain design, okay, yung mga connecting parts po natin is very important. Like for example, we have sets of bushing. Okay, so we have sets of bushing. Usually po, ginagamit natin si bushing for locks and for us to control yung galaw ng robot natin para hindi po siya parang sumasayaw. So, meron tayong dalawang sets ng bushing. Okay? The half bushing and then the full bushing. Okay, let's set it aside. For you po to see yung mga possible pieces na pwede nyong gamitin on that certain design. Right? There you go. And then we are also using axle connectors po in order for us to connect motors and electronic components. So, meron po tayong mga cross axles. Ayan, meron po tayong different sizes of axles. Right? Let's just leave it here. Ayan, as you can see po, meron po tayong mga studs that is connected doon sa ating brain of our robot for us to do it. And for us to easily connect. Tapos ang ginagamit po natin diyang lock is yung ating mga bushing. Right? And then, another thing doon po sa ating connections. Yan. So, we have other connectors here like this one. Kasi pag magbi-build po kasi tayo, ito, meron po tayong types of peg connector na tinatawag. Okay. Ngayon, with this peg connectors po, meron siyang dalawang klase. Alright? The friction peg and the non-friction peg. Okay? So, talking about science concept, pag magbi-build po tayo, what we are looking is yung stability ng ating design and a certain part that requires movement. So that's the thing that we need to consider for non-movements and movements parts of the robot. Alright? So, ayan po yung mga pyesa na pwede nyong gamitin for you to connect yung ating mga electronic components and so on. Alright? But as I promised right after this webinar, we'll be giving you guidelines for you to do it at home. Alright? Now, let me show you an example created robot already from this Mindstorm tab. Right, there you go. So let's say that we're done already creating our robot. Okay. Now to lessen the stress for the teacher, since it's your first time, I guess I'll be giving the instruction mode for this robot. All right. So let's go to the view mode. Okay, we're done with building. View mode. Right. Right. So as you can see, we can do screenshot. And then we can explode for us to see what are the pieces that we use for this certain designs. All right, there you go. And then right after it explode, it will go back to its original design. And then next picture is we can change the background. All right, there you go. And then for your output, to make it more simpler for everybody, we will be giving you the building guide instruction. So you don't need to worry where we gonna get all those pieces, for we have a huge variety of pieces. So right after this webinar, we'll be sending the link to the DepEd unit so they can post it for your reference. So as you can see from this design, it comes with 67 different steps. Okay, so those are the pieces. That's how you should attach it. All right, there you go. All right, and there you go. 43, 45, 48, 49, 50, 51, 53, 55, 57, 59. All right, so on your end, teacher, since all of you are first timer using this Lego Digital design software, we will be sending the link for the building guide instruction for this robot. Now, I've seen from the chat box that some of you are asking for more time in looking for certain pieces. So usually that's what we will encounter with a regular classroom setup kasi po we have our limited time with our kids. So the best thing that we can do is to have our prior preparation. So kung meron po tayong building guide mode na susundan po ng ating mga bata, mas madali po nila na magagawa yung model na kinakailangan natin. Right? So as you can see from this NXT robot design, it comes with 67 different pieces. Please take note again, teachers, we will be sharing the links of this building guide for your second output. Right? So at this moment, let's go back again to the home menu. Nasa second teams pa lang po tayo. Okay? So, tandaan po, yung second tab po natin, which is yung Mindstorms tab, the special thing about with that team is andyan po yung mga special pieces for our robotic sets. Okay? Then, yung ating third team po is Lego Digital Designer Extended. Right. So, as we explore the pre-build, ayan, dito naman po natin makikita yung mga pieces that is not available in educational version. Kasi meron po tayong mga Lego toys. Right? So as you can see, meron po tayo dyan, meron po tayong windows, meron tayong doors. So technically, we use this Lego Digital Designer Extended if we wish to combine if we wish to combine and extend the theme, if we want to mix bricks and color and switch out the limitation. Right, there you go. So we have their variety of colors that is not embedded on the educational set that we have. Right, there you go. All right, from the brick library, we can automatically change color. How? Okay, on the lower part of the brick library, as you can see, we have here filter bricks by color. Then right afterwards, we can pick through solid colors, transparent colors, metallic colors, and legacy colors. Right? Then we also have here our third icon wherein we can control and navigate the positions of the brick library. Okay, that's what would be the function of that. All right, any question from the group before we proceed with the with the other activity that we will do? Any questions about with Sir Mark and Ma'am Joy? Do we have any questions from the toolbar pictures?
Annalyn, so far, based sa ating mga comments na nababasa, ay talagang syempre gustong, alam mo naman, ng mga teachers gusto nila, sumasabay talaga sila. At in detail, kapag may isa lang na naiwan, alam mo yun,
Medyo nahihirapan na silang ano.
Actually, sir, for this type of activity kasi we only have a short time. Actually, 2 hours is not really enough for us to understand everything. Now, I'm very happy that we able to do yung minifigure activity and duck activity. What would be the purpose of that is for us to understand yung pictures and navigation on how we will use the software itself. Now, you don't need to be stressed po kung hindi nyo mabubuo yung actual robot. As you can see, pinakita lang po namin what are the necessary pieces na kailangan natin in order for us to create and make a basic bot. So, since that we are requiring an output, kailangan po ba natin ng output? Right? So, since that we are requiring an output for this webinar, okay po, yung sa robotics po, hindi natin siya tinuloy kasi alam ko po na mahihirapan po yung ating mga teachers in finding such pieces. So what we can do...
Walang output, Annalyn? Walang output
po, sir. Meron po. So,
yung bibe.
Yung bibe na lang.
Papadaliin po natin yung output natin para sa ating mga teachers. Since along the way po kasi, ang kagandahan po kasi sa hands-on activity, while we are doing such activity, mas napapamiliarize tayo doon sa basic pictures. So, kung na-accomplish nyo yung dock, yung minifigure sa robotics po, ang kailangan nyo na lang kapain is yung mga pyesa and its functions. Alright?
Okay.
Yung ating pong output for robotics, dadalian na lang natin. As you can see, may pinakita na ako na pre-built robot. And then, as we can see doon sa picture ng ating LDD, meron tayong modes, right? Meron tayong building mode wherein we actually do the robot. Tapos meron tayong second mode wherein we can view yung actual design. And then yung ating third mode po is we can embed yung instruction from step 1 up to finish. So what we can do, sir, for us to proceed dun sa final output para po ma-try din po nila sa kanilang mga bahay. Kasi napakaganda naman po talaga ng activity. So what we can do po is we will share the link ng ating complete instruction from step 1 up to step 66. Para yung mga teachers po natin, hindi na nila iisa-isahin yung brick library. Alright? Kasi alam din naman po natin na hindi naman po lahat ng teacher natin ay bagets. Okay? Meron po tayo mga guro na young at hearts. Okay? So, to make it simpler, we will be sharing the links, yung pong guided instruction natin for you to create a bot. Bakit niyo po kailangan gawin yung pag-design ng robot with LDT? Kasi po, gagamitin nyo yun bukas sa ating virtual robotics webinar. Wherein, yung sa continuation po, doon nyo mapapaandar yung inyong mga robots. Kasi po, concept of simulation and programming po yung i-discuss ko with the teachers. Ngayon, kung wala pa kayong pre-built robot, mahihirapan kayong makasabay tomorrow para doon sa ating programming concept. So, right after this po, we'll be sending the link ng instruction po natin para naman po yung ating mga teacher ay may pre-built robot na gagamitin doon sa ating virtual robotics toolkit. Doon po sa continuation ng ating webinar for tomorrow, ipapakita po namin sa inyo yung digital application na ginagamit po ni Felta Multimedia para po mapaandar natin yung robot natin. With that virtual robotics po, we are using 3 learning resources. Yung first po is yung simulation resources po natin, wherein doon po natin itatry, patakbuhin, paganahin yung ating mga robot. Yung second learning resources po natin is yung EB3 Lab programming software. Doon naman po tayo gagawa ng code para po mapaandar natin sa simulation environment yung ating robot. And then yung third learning resources naman po, ito po yung mga challenges at mga lessons and activities na pwede nating i-embed sa ating science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subject. Ngayon po, what would be the help of this Lego Digital Designer application? Una po, we can continue our program with robotics program even in a remote learning setup. Pangalawa po, not all the kids can avail the set. So technically po, if DepEd will provide, as Sir Mark mentioned a while ago that you are planning for it, okay, hindi naman po pwedeng iuwi ng bata yung mga set. Technically, nasa laboratory lang siya. So, having this kind of software is they can still continue working with their project and design. Alright? Yun po yung mga view natin of having this digital solution para sa ating mga estudyante. Hindi lang po siya sa robotics natin magagamit. Like I mentioned po, sa science, usually po meron tayong mga investigatory project research. O yan, yung sa mga research po, we can actually use the application po sa concept of design. Yan, usually po yung mga bata natin, di ba, gumagamit sila ng mga trash, recyclable materials in order for them to share their models. Ngayon, kung meron na po tayong Lego Digital Design application, as you can see, from brick, meron po tayong mga electronic components na magagamit nila for them to present yung kanilang proposed model. Alright? So basically po, the application itself is a good tool for us to enhance yung kanilang STEM skills. Alright, so for our final output po, we'll be having the dock, okay? And then yung ating po robot set. Right? I hope po that that you enjoy the training this morning. Another thing po that we can share with you. First po, we'll be sharing yung instruction guide ng robot natin na gagamitin for Virtual Robotics Toolkit. Second po, is we'll be giving you yung reference po ng ating mga pyesa. Kasi pag alam niyo yung pangalan ng pyesa, mas madali niyong magagamit yung ating search mode. Alright? So that's all for my talk. I hope that you learned something from me. I'll be sharing also my FB account. It's Annalyn F. Aban. Para po kung may mga tanong kayo, gusto nyong magpa-assist and etc. I'm very happy to serve everybody. Thank you po and God bless everybody.
Yay!
So, a virtual clap kay Ma'am Annalyn. So, thank you very much, Ma'am Annalyn, for that very hands-on natin. Talagang nag-enjoy kami. Very exciting talaga itong Lego. At talagang for sure ang ating mga teachers ay very excited din na mag-team replay mamaya since wala naman tayo mamayang
Eto
hapon,
nga.
wala tayong
Mukhang
afternoon session, team replay.
Mukhang after lunch, sir, talagang babalikan na natin kagad to. Magre-replay, team
That's the
replay na.
reason why it's good that we're using technology because you can always go back to the replay. Panoorin nyo ilang beses siya para makuha nyo. And then, pwede lang po mag-shout out sa DepEd Bohol. Kasi po, nag-message sila sa akin, mga friends from Bohol. Si Miss Nani Ang, Bohol Robotics Team. Nakikinig po, kumulog sa atin. Si Dr. Dakatan, saka si Dr. Caberte, si EPS Science Engineer Herme Gracio at ang coach nila sa robotics team ay si Tata Celere. So, hello DepEd Bohol. Nanonood po sila lahat. Apo.
Yes, Ma'am Maylene.
So yung video po, lalagay po natin with the assistance of Sir Raymond. Please keep watching the video of the introduction to Lego Digital Designer because at the end of the video, you will see the download. So from the downloads, doon niyo po kukunin yung mga links para po makasabay kayo. Lalo na bukas kasi pag nag-program na tayo, baka hindi ko kayo baka hindi tayo makasunod ng dire-diretso kasi kung wala kayong robot. So be prepared tomorrow and we have another exciting speaker from Canada. From Cogmation Robotics, from Team Shea, from Winnipeg, Canada, and si Priyanka Tuteha, yung kanilang technical team. So, excited din sila to share with us. So, tama yung sinabi ni Miss Annalyn that we are teaching the educators and the learners and even the parents about simulation robotics technology so that you don't necessarily have to have the physical kit. So, pagka meron na po tayong face-to-face, if they learn it in their schools, hopefully po, in God's time, DepEd will also, have yung robotics technology package natin for emerging technology. Pag uwi nila sa kanilang mga tahanan, they can already do their simulation para pagdating nila sa school, marunong na sila. Mas makakagaan po sa mga educators natin for that. And then we will definitely have a very wider variety of varsity teams galing po sa DepEd, di ba? Nalalaban sa world, sa mga world robotics arena. Yun po.
Yay.
So may mga tanong po tayo, Sir Mark, Miss Joy, sa ating chat group. Habang meron pa tayong a few minutes to spare.
So far, parang yun. Ayun.
Ayan, wala po
kami.
Annalyn.
Go, ma'am.
Pwede ba yun? NXT lang? Alam ko may EV3. Saan siya, sir?
First and foremost po, yung LDD software po is working offline. Alright? Ngayon po, as you can see, yun sa exploration natin, lahat po ng 4 set models, nandun po siya. Meron po tayong 3 teams. Baka iba po yung teams na pinupuntahan nyo. May Lego Digital Designer team po tayo, which is under ng Blue Tab. Kung gusto nyo pong makita yung mga electronic components ng robotics, doon po kayo sa Mindstorms tab pupunta, which is the white tab. Okay? So lahat po ng electronic components for robotics natin, doon po sa Mindstorms tab makikita po. From Lego Education we do NXT up to the latest Mindstorms EV3.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you, ma'am. So sa Mindstorm na tab po tayo pupunta. Alright, from Mau in Space. Yung offline version po ba, complete yung parts to complete the robot? Yung file po na link ninyo po offline lang, may error.
Alright. Ma'am, I think I'll be getting your account po para po bigyan ko po kayo ng complete instruction, ma'am, for assistance po.
So, pwede nilang i-download kasi they have to download it from the Google Drive. The link talaga is broken. Yung link po talaga ng Lego Education for Lego Digital Designer is broken. Kasi po, nag-update po sila. So, we have to get it from the Google Drive. So, si Sir Raymond will flash po the intro video. Nandun po yung Google Drive link. So, dun yung po kukunin lahat ng resources natin. If not, PM nyo lang po kami. Apo.
Yes po.
Wow.
We'll be happy to answer for all your inquiries.
Sabi ni Sir Raymond, nata-traffic daw yung Google Drive kasi ang daming nagda-download.
Ang dami mo nagda-download.
Ano lang po, medyo hintay-hintay, ang dami ho nagda-download dun sa Google Drive. Opo. May mga tanong pa tayo. So, excited ba ho tayo lahat? Kasi, inisip ko nga bukas, pwede ba tayo magpa-raffle ng mga ibang items? Pwede po, Sir Mark?
Wow! Yes, ma'am. Bravo.
I think kasi para incentive nyo, bumalik bukas. Kasi, we already built, di ba? Hindi naman sa, para may incentive kayo na from start to finish. Kasi po, kung makaka-build lang po kayo, tapos hindi nyo naman mapapatakbo virtually, parang hindi ho, di ba, tapos yung ating lesson. So if you come back tomorrow, magpaparaffle tayo ng mga Lego education items. Hindi alam ni Brian.
Siyempre,
pero
excited yung mga...
Oo.
Tulog.
Matulog na daw siya ulit. Pero magpaparaffle tayo bukas ng mga Lego education items. Sige, para po bumalik kayo bukas, matapos nyo lahat. Yun. Kasi exciting po to. Pag natutunan nyo at you really, like si Miss Joyce, saying she's yung passion of back to robotics. So, diba ma'am? Pagka nakabalik po kayo, this is going to really change the way that we're going to do online teaching for STEM. Kasi engaging siya. Saka yun nga, hard fun. Sa umpisa, talagang nakakases. Maski ako po, kaya ko rin po magturo. Parang hanggang grade 4 lang. Hanggang grade 4. Pero kailangan po marunong din po tayo. So, pagka, learning by making, pagka natutuhanan na po na natin, tuloy-tuloy na po yan. Endless na po tayo ang Saka exciting po.
Yes. Lalo na tomorrow. Naku, pag gumalaw na yung robot, kikiligin na yung
Kaya po, a gentle reminder po, ito po is glimpse lang po of what we have in our robotics program. For a seamless practices tomorrow po, please make sure po to download yung mga links po na bigay namin for BRT and EB3 applications na gagamitin po natin tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will apply flip learning. So in the afternoon, pwede nyo nang gawin while in replay at yung mga and then tomorrow we will process yung nagawa ninyong output at makikita natin na mag-work siya at talagang excited tayo for that.
Saka kung pwede, Sir Mark, saka Miss Joy, kung pwede rin natin, pwede can share, if we can set up a Google Drive so that they can share yung mga na-finish robots nila. Tapos yung pag napapagalaw nila, di ba parang iba yung sila mismo nakakapagpatakbo ng robot. Let's set up something para mag-enjoy tayo lahat. Silang gagawa ng trabaho natin. So any other questions for Mark, Miss Joy?
Meron tayo nabasa rito, magkano kaya yung basic kits from Sir Felix Leo Villena, di ba?
Go, Mama Eileen. Pasok.
Balik kasi iba-iba ho, hindi ho namin mabibigay right now kasi there are certain packages na yung iba kailangan ng mga device, yung iba ho, they would like to start from early learners up to the advanced. So iba-iba ho yung different modules po. So we will just coordinate po with the ICTS office, the ETU, and then you can just coordinate with them po. But definitely ho, in God's time nga sabi ko, is that ang aming dream ni Sir Mark C is that hopefully we will have the major divisions and actually even all the other divisions to have the robotics technology po. Yun po.
Yes, ma'am. So sabi nga ni Ma'am Rochelle Fajardo, yan, mahirap po talaga sa umpisa but it will be worth it pag gumana. Right?
Actually, pag gumalaw na talaga yan. Masaya talaga.
Shout out din po. May nag-shout out yung Philippine Robotics team from DepEd Quezon City po, si Miss Sheila Roa. Nag-enjoy po siya. Sumama po sila sa amin sa Hungary, di ba? Or sa Denmark. Hindi ko na sure. Basta, Project 6 Elementary School ay nanonood po sa atin. So, kanilang robotics coach, Miss Sheila. ROA. Nanalo rin po sila ng bronze medal sa World Robot Olympiad. Ang tawag to, World Robot Adolescent Competition sa China last year. So, dalawa pong DepEd nananalo po ang mga DepEd schools. Isa po ay Pitogo High School ng DepEd Makati po. So, yung DepEd Quezon City ka DepEd Makati nanalo po ng last year ng bronze medal po sa World Robot Adolescent Competition. Yun. Marami po tayo napapanalo at hindi lang naman po sa competitions but even in our own schools, kahit virtually po, we can teach you how to have your own school virtual competition. Kaya bukas abangan. Diba, Miss? Meron po kaming tuturo sa inyo. You can separate po the class kung gusto nyo elementary level lang, junior high school, senior high school. And then, may sarili-release na ng mga competition. So lahat pala, no child left behind sa robotics. So ang aming motto, robotics for all. Lahat po kasama inclusive education and inclusive hard fun. Yan po.
Yes.
Yan.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am Eileen. Yes. So we would like also to inform our dear webinar participants, our fellow educators na this video, this webinar training ay also recorded at makikita ninyo yan sa ating learning management system. So you may check it out at exactly siguro mga 4 p.m. And then pwede nyo pong i-play. Although we have a video then recorded sa ating ETU page, we will also open the professional development LMS natin at 4 p.m. and open siya for 2 weeks. So pwede nyo balik-balikan yung to receive your certificate. Para yan sa certificate natin. But since meron pa tayo bukas na abangan at talagang kailangan walang mangiiwan, walang ibitaw, tutok tayo tomorrow. Yes, dahil excited tayo for that.
No educator left behind and no parent left behind also. Walang maiiwan. So, ipi-play po natin ulit yung intro video ng Lego Digital Designer so that at the end of the video, you can just take a picture or screenshot the links po so that you can download and be ready for tomorrow. So, si Sir Raymond po, ready, bago po tayo mag-end. So, bukas po meron tayong small raffle. Sige, para
okay. Yes, ma'am. So, Miss Maylene, Miss Annalyn, thank you very much. And again, kami po ay sobrang nagpapasalamat in behalf ng Department of Education. Lahat po ng educators around the globe, kami po ay very thankful na binigyan kami ng oras. And sa ating mga kaguruan na tumutok, shout out sa mga nagluluto ngayon na kumakain habang nakikinig. Kung hindi man kayo nakakain, meron tayong team replay.
Tapos ano po, may humahabol Kalibo Elementary. Pumasok po yung team namin, staff namin, Kalibo Pilot Elementary School, si Sir Val Kin. Hello po. Napahabol bago tayo mag-end. Opo. Alright, see you tomorrow.
Alright, so again, thank you Ma'am Maylene, Ma'am Annalyn, see you tomorrow.
Thank you, see you tomorrow.